Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Helen. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for returning to my channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing before you go. Turn on the bell notification. That way you get notified anytime I upload a new video. And on today's video, I am recording how you can move from Nigeria to the UK. If you want to jackpot, if you want to come off from Nigeria, yes, people they poor. If you want to move out of Nigeria, these are ways, fantastic ways, or the possible ways that people can move from Nigeria, or that people move from Nigeria. Okay, before I get right into the video properly, what actually inspired this video is the fact that someone called me to ask me how much is 2 years visa. I know. Yeah, I know. A lot of people actually do not have information. Yes, someone called me, like I said, yes, to ask me how much is visa. And I would like to put it out there to anybody who doesn't know. Visas are not like some form of groceries or some form of okpa or moi moi or something that you can just go to Tesco's or go to a banner supermarket and buy. Yes, visas are not sold like that. For you to be able to move from Nigeria to the UK or to any other part of the world, I don't know about African countries, you must have a ground of living. You have to have a ground of application. If you do not have a ground of application, then how are you going to be able to apply to be able to get the visa for to move or to jackpot from Nigeria, like we would call it? So I just think maybe I can just put out a little video to tell people, to let people know the possible ways that people can move from Nigeria, since visas are not sold like momo. For if visas were sold like momo, then a lot of people who are living in Nigeria would not be living in Nigeria, because trust me, a lot of people have money that can buy visa if visas were sold like groceries in the market. Just the way a lot of people have money to buy designers products, people have money to buy visas as well. And you can bear me witness that a lot of them are back home in Nigeria. They are not moving from Nigeria, not because they do not want to move from Nigeria, but because visas are not sold like moi moi. For you to move out of Nigeria, you should have a ground and must have a ground of living. It is either you're going away from Nigeria because you're going on a visitation, you're going on a visit, you're going on a visit, you're going for work, you're going out as a student, or there are tons and tons of ways of which people move from Nigeria. So I felt I should put out this little video to let people know how and the possible ways that people can move, or people have been moving from Nigeria. That way you are informed, and then you do your own research and then follow up from there. If I may put out, I am not an immigration lawyer, so do not quote me that I said. The first one on the list is the work visa. And the work visa is also known as the tier 2 or the skilled worker. Before you be able to apply for the work visa, you would have gained employment already, which means you would have done your research, put in applications to companies in the UK, and then have been given opportunity to come and work in the UK. And that way you can now apply for the work visa. And if I may also say, you have to do your research if you're applying for jobs, because it's not every job company, or it's not every organization or company in the UK that has the legal right to sponsor your visa. For a company to be able to sponsor your visa, they need a license. Do you get what I mean? And by that way, I think it makes sense, because that way KFC or McDonald's will not employ someone from Nigeria to come and begin to sell chips and fries. Do you get, chicken and fries in KFC. There are a lot of people living in the UK who can sell chips and chicken and fries already, so they do not need to employ someone from outside the UK to come and begin to sell chicken and fries. Do you get what I mean? And that is why they need to have a license. If someone is coming to work for you in the UK and you're sponsoring that person's license, is a lot. Actually, it's a lot for you to be able to sponsor someone's license, and you wouldn't want to do that for someone who is just coming to sell chicken and fries. So you would want to do that if you are the owner of that company and you have that license, you would want to give it out to someone who is highly skilled. And by highly skilled, I mean like a nurse, like a doctor, a pharmacist, a lawyer. The list goes on, and many others that you might not think of. Like, so for you to be able to know the companies that have the license to be able to employ you in the UK and sponsor your visa, you can find information, every information that you need to get from an immigration lawyer or from wherever, any information that you need to get in order to be able to apply for your visa and apply for this job is on the government's website that is called gov.uk, gov.uk, www.gov.uk. If you go on this website, I'm going to put it in the description below, or I'll type it on the screen. If you go on this website, you are going to find every possible information that you need as regards this work visa. So it's going to list, there's a list on this website that tells you, there's a list there already that tells you the list of companies, the names of companies that have the legal right or the license in order to be able to sponsor your visa. And that way you're doing yourself good, you're saving your time and saving the company's time, which means you're not applying for jobs that cannot sponsor your visa. If you go on this website and you have searched, that way you are able to tailor your application of employment or your job application towards the list you have seen on the website. And I'll move away from that point. I move to the student visa route. The student visa route, I think, to me, I feel like it's one of the easiest way to get to the UK if you have money to sponsor yourself, or if you have what's it called, a scholarship, which means you've been taken care of and all of that. And then if you need self-sponsorship, you are using your money to pay. So long as you have your money to pay them, I think they are open to collecting you as a student, if that makes any sense. Before you be able to apply on this ground, on the route of the student visa, then you would have had an admission already. You would already have your admission letter, apply and have gotten your admission, and then that way you would now be able to apply as a student. All you need to do is to apply to a school, get admission, and then they can now, as long as you have your admission, they will grant you the visa, and that way you can move from Nigeria to the UK. Another way is the spouse visa route. The spouse visa route can be on, I would say, it can be on the work visa or on the student visa. What the spouse visa means is, what this entails is that you must be legally married. You must be legally married or be in a civil partnership. In a civil partnership with someone who is British or someone who is already settled in the UK. So take, for example, if your husband or wife is living in the UK because they have gotten a work, because they have gotten a job or because they are a student, then as a husband or as a wife, you can now apply on them depending on them. What this means is that the condition attached to this work, spouse visa route, is that the person who is going to be your sponsor, that means that your wife or your husband who is living in the UK, that person who is already settled in the UK is and must have a particular amount of money in their account for them to be able to sponsor you. I do not know how much this money is. I do not know how much. I think it's £1,000+. The £1,000+ they must have in their bank account for a particular time frame for them to be able to sponsor you as their dependent. So if you're going on the spouse dependent visa, and that's the kind of visa that I have because my husband is a student. So my visa is dependent on my husband's visa. So I am on the spouse dependent visa. All my husband needed to do was to have a particular amount of money in his bank account, and then based on that money that he has in his bank account, and then we needed to prove or to show plenty of evidences that we were in a relationship or we are in a relationship, and then you and this particular person must have met at least once before this application. So, or if you and your partner are not married yet, and you have done everything you need to do back at home, but you want to get married in the UK, which means you do not have a legal ground yet, or where you need to apply under is you can apply under, you can apply as a fiancé, but you need to tender evidences that you and this person have something to do together. And the next one I have on the list is the visit visa route. The visit visa route is kind of very easy, and I think it's the shortest one, if I may say. The visit visa route is if you're going on evangelism or mugo or tourism, or just for sightseeing, for vacation, whatever it is that you're going to, or for what's it called, private medical treatments, you can apply under the visit visa route. I mean, yeah, that way you'll be given the short-term visa that allows you to go around in the UK. But under this kind of visa, you're not allowed to do any form of job. You're not allowed, if you are a musician, you're not allowed to gather people for you to sing for, and all of this, carry out any form of business in the UK. You're not allowed to do it. And the last thing, and the final one that I have on the list that I do not advise even my enemy to do, is to travel via the sea. Guys, I see on the internet a lot of horrible things that happen to people who travel via the sea. Nobody should tell you they traveled via the sea and they are in the UK and they are in Italy and they are in US. No, don't do it. Because if you travel via the sea, if you actually landed in that country successfully after all the sufferness on the road, you're not going to have access to medical care. You're not going to have access to having a job. You would be doing menial jobs. People will treat you anyhow because they know you do not have papers. People will treat you like shit. People will use your head. The reason is because they know you don't have papers and you cannot say anything. You do not have any right living in that country. You're living, you're hiding. You are sick, you can't go to the you are sick, you can't go to the hospital. You need a house, you can't rent a house. Even if you have the money, you can't rent. You see the police, you are running away and hiding. You did not thief, but you thief by coming into their country without legal what's it called, documents, proper documents, if that makes any sense. Okay, so do not go via the sea. It is not right. It is not something that anybody should do. And if anyone tells you they came via the sea, please ignore them. You would push your people to your family members, your loved ones at home. They would not have peace. They will be sick. People will have heart attack because they know you are going to the UK or to any part of the world via the sea. They would be afraid. Some of them will develop heart attacks. Some of them are going to die even before you even die. So I would advise you to stay away from going. My door is opening. So I would advise that you do not travel via that route. I wish you success. I wish that you get what you want in the mighty name of Jesus. Remain in God and God remains in you. And I'll see you again in my another video. Please do me well by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Drop me a comment in the comment section. Turn on the bell notification. Smash the like button. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.